The sun hangs heavy over the vast expanse of the Red Sea, turning the water into a shimmering field of blue glass. Miriam stands where the wet sand meets the dry, the shoreline stretching out to the horizon in both directions. She plants her feet firmly, turns to face the camera, and raises both hands high. Her smile is wide, catching the light as she leans in toward the lens. Hi, friends! We made it across the sea. Her voice carries clearly over the sound of the gentle waves lapping at the coast. God did something amazing, and now it is time to celebrate with music. She looks around at the open space, her eyes bright, then turns back to the viewer with an expectant look. Are you ready to sing and dance with me? She reaches down to her side and lifts a polished tambourine into the air. The instrument catches the sun, its edges gleaming as she holds it steady. She gives it a slight shake, letting the metal jingles ring out in a sharp, rhythmic burst. The celebration is just beginning, and the air around the shore feels alive with the promise of song. Miriam keeps the tambourine level with her chest, her eyes locked on the camera. First, let us learn the beat. Follow me. Shake, shake, tap. She snaps her wrists, producing 2 rapid jingles, followed by a sharp strike against the wooden rim. She repeats it, slower this time, waiting for the viewers to catch the cadence. A few steps to her left, Talia stands ready with a small hand drum. As Miriam shakes, Talia mimics the motion exactly, her small wrist flicking in perfect time. Miriam turns her head, noticing the child, and offers an encouraging nod. Shake, shake, tap! Miriam calls out again. The two of them perform the sequence in unison. The sound of the tambourine and the drum blends into a steady, driving pattern that pulses against the sound of the surf. Miriam leans into the rhythm, tapping her foot in the sand to ground the beat. Talia mirrors her, striking the drumhead with precision. The air is filled with the crisp, percussive sound of their practice. Miriam smiles at the camera, her hands moving in a fluid, repetitive motion that invites everyone watching to join the pulse. The beat is set, clear and steady, vibrating through the quiet morning air. Miriam cups a hand to her ear, leaning forward, as if listening to a distant sound. The pedagogical tone vanishes, replaced by the fervor of a leader. She projects her voice toward the crowd. Sing to the Lord! The chorus of children standing nearby shouts back in unison, Sing to the Lord! The sound ripples across the sand, louder than the crashing waves. Miriam spins in a quick, fluid circle, her body pivoting on the balls of her feet. She stops, arms raised, and sings with renewed strength. For he has triumphed gloriously. The children follow her lead instantly, echoing the words with high-pitched intensity. Miriam steps through the sand, her movements becoming faster as the tempo of the song picks up. She looks toward the camera, eyes wide with excitement, and repeats the phrase. The children mirror her energy, their voices blending into a singular, powerful declaration. Every repetition is sharper and more urgent than the last. The air feels charged now, the atmosphere shifting from a simple lesson to a collective celebration of victory. She gestures for the children to gather closer, her hands moving in time with the accelerating beat, preparing the group for the final surge of the music. Miriam signals with a sweeping arm gesture, and the children scatter no more. They converge, locking hands to form a wide, unbroken circle on the beach. Miriam takes her place in the ring, her grip firm on the hands of the children beside her. The music surges, the rhythm now a frantic, joyous pulse that thumps against the sand. They begin to move as one, circling the perimeter, their feet kicking up sprays of golden grit. Sing to the Lord! Miriam leads, and this time, the entire group bellows the response in perfect harmony. For he has triumphed gloriously. The lyrics carry over the crashing tide, sharp and triumphant. The circle tightens, then widens, the momentum building with every rotation. The tempo hits a fever pitch. Miriam looks around the circle, her face alight, and shouts the final lines. The horse and rider! He is thrown into the sea! The group stops, breathless, then lunges forward. At the absolute peak of the melody, they leap together, feet weaving the sand in a synchronized explosion of movement. They hang in the air for a heartbeat, cheering with pure, unbridled force, before landing back on the shore as the music rings out across the water. The echoes of the final cheer slowly dissolve into the rhythmic sound of the tide. Miriam steps away from the center of the circle, her breathing heavy but steady. She wipes a stray grain of sand from her cheek and walks directly toward the camera lens. The group behind her continues to sway, their soft humming providing a steady, gentle backdrop. Miriam fills the frame, her eyes bright and focused. She raises her hand, palms open, and waves a slow, deliberate goodbye. She leans closer, the warmth of the sun still radiating from her skin. "You did amazing," she says, her voice clear and resonant. "Keep dancing, keep singing." She brings her fingertips to her lips and blows a kiss toward the lens. The motion is precise, a final gesture of connection before she turns back to join the dancing group. The camera begins its slow retreat, widening the view to include the entire shore. The group continues to move in rhythm, their silhouettes growing smaller against the vast expanse of the sea. The sun hangs low, casting a long, golden light across the water as the music fades into the distance, leaving only the sound of the wind and the waves.